Welcome back, everybody, and we are back with the elite tier coming through into qualifying. With me is podium finishing challenger tier driver Yapsinio.
Hello everyone! Nice to be here again.
Yes, glad that you are here as well. And well, with us are 14 drivers from elite tier and 2 substitutes that have actually been driving a challenger earlier on as well, in crew in the alpha once more, and in Gimp, who is in the Red Bull just as they are in their sister teams in the lower tier. So
It's awesome. My crew had a really did a really good performance earlier.
well, he did up until the very first turn, I'd say. But yeah, could argue that. His qualifying was more than decent. I doubt that he's gonna be having an easy time keeping track with these guys though. Dummy, Rage Quit, Simmons especially, like those three. I expect them to go about a second faster than, maybe more, than the best challenger tier time.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, elite is a whole new world.
Yeah, probably like the midfield or like higher end, higher bottom end of elite is probably somewhere around the peak of challenger. I think crew can get points. Gimp, of course, had a decent race once, I think, in elite. He subbed in already. But it was in the end just... I think he got points through many DNFs or something, I don't know. It's gonna be tough for these two, but yeah.
Yep.
A lot of...
So, when I see the white of Domi is the first one going out on mediums.
Yep, he's gonna be setting us the first lap time. I see Fabian Game Input just did put the weather in the Twitch chat right now.
Oh,
which
nice.
says a dry quali and wet race, and going dry towards the end.
So we have pretty similar conditions to challenger. Maybe it won't be a full wet race.
Yeah, maybe it's just Intus. Did you
I
drive gamepad or did you drive wheel?
I drove with wheel and it felt a bit. I think I'm a bit faster with pad, to be honest.
Hmm. Yeah, pad.
And I had a really hard time driving the wet.
Yeah, I can't believe so. You probably still have all assists turned off, right?
No. I had the assists as I use them with gamepad. I mean, I literally started 20 minutes before the race training for it.
Mm-hmm. Fair enough. Fair enough.
Yes.
Yeah, gamepad is broken apparently still, or somewhat.
Yeah, kind of. They are way more similar in terms of speed. It's way easier to drive with pad as fast as with steering wheel.
Now we're gonna see.
A purple sector for Domi.
Ha! He's definitely the quickest driver to ever finish a lap in this qualifying.
And 128.3 is pretty decent, to be honest.
Yeah, I think... did Percy, I think he did put a 128.9 on mediums. So there's still, like, there's a bit of room up towards the peak on softs, I think. As we will probably see someone coming through soonish. Did Garando?
Garando's.
Yeah.
Yeah, but yep.
Yeah, I thought it was the other
8
house.
tenths slower.
Yep.
And even on soft.
Yep. But I think, yeah, Domi is the driver of where we expect, like, top finishes, qualifying-wise, whereas Mikuhun I'd see him like around P9 to 10 in qualifying, but again, like Suzuka is not a track that fits everyone. Obviously, is the track that Mashik picked.
Oh, okay.
So that's gonna be exciting as well. In fact, let's just jump to Mashik, as this is not Mashik. Thank you, Steam again.
Oh, there was Ferrari. I think there was Blaze Alex.
Yep, might be. But yeah, we have new pole position times at the moment.
Oh, yes, Simmons and Infernalus beat Domi, but I mean, Domi was on medium, so it was kind of expected.
Yeah. I think they can go to the 126.
I want to be honest. If it's a wet race, it makes no sense to qualify medium.
I mean, some people like do it as a warm-up, maybe. Like I personally, if I drive a race, I hate this track though. Okay, Dummy says hate this track. Probably a reason. No, that's not a reason to drive more laps, to be honest. But yeah. No, what I do like to do in the race is start on the harder compound. So you kind of get used to the track like that, and then it feels even better to put softs on and just have that extra grip and push that extra bit. So
okay, I kind of see where you're going with it. I mean, that's one of my main my main errors I do in my last qualifying stint is that I completely overpush the car because I try to find time and there is no time to find.
Also, the two AlphaTauris with pretty much identical lap times there in P2 and 3 currently.
Yeah. I mean, I might be mistaken, but I have in my mind that Harashun was way off pace of Mashik last season.
He definitely not been off pace in this season. They've been very, very similar throughout the entire bit. To be honest, I wouldn't even think that they are too far apart points-wise. But I'm gonna check that real quick.
Oh yeah, Domi is a pet driver. That's actually, yeah, Suzuka is for pet drivers a nightmare.
Yep, it do be. Absolutely hate it.
I mean, I personally really love Suzuka.
Yeah.
But only when I drive on wheel.
Yeah, okay.
Because it's really fun. There's very nice sections to drive through.
Yeah, okay, I can see that. Like I like Sector 2 and 3 as well. Just like the S's are terrible. I hate it. I mean,
yeah,
even...
I really like the last part of the S's where you accelerate out. And take it flat, and the next two corners are also a blast.
Yeah. I mean, I like turn 1 as well, where you can just sort of brake into the turn and get slower like the further you advance. But yeah. Let's see. Crew has actually put a very, very decent lap time with the 128.1 here, but he was a bit quicker in the previous qualifying. In the meantime, Rage Quit just narrowly nicked the pole away from Simmons.
Yes, I mean, that's pretty nice time from here from Crew. I think that's definitely something the elite teams will notice.
Yeah, I mean, end of the season is coming up in 2 weeks, so I suspect that some of the drivers, especially without teammates... I mean, to be honest, it was planned that if your teammate like goes away, you just get yourself a new one. Drivers seem to not really do that, but, well, with the end of the season, I am pretty sure they're gonna get someone new. Because,
yeah, I think that too.
But yeah, official standings. You asked for like the difference between Harashun and Mashik, and to be honest, point-wise it's quite big. 45 and on Harashun and 86 for Mashik.
Yeah, I think when I remember it right, Harashun has a little bit of trouble. It gets himself into a lot of trouble sometimes. Not because it's his fault. He's just a little bit unlucky.
I mean, he's usually starting somewhere in the midfield, upper midfield. I mean, I think he's been crashed out in Kota, and Yeah, no. To be honest, though, the Elitius competition is pretty damn intense, I think. Dummy and Simmons both sit on 102 points. Rage Quit following up with 93, followed by Meshik with 86. Then there's a huge gap. Then we have like team standings. It's AlphaTauri with 131 points, followed by Renault with 121 points. Alfa Romeo with 111 points, and Williams with 102 points. 5th and 6th both are at 93 points, being Racing Point and McLaren. So yeah, pretty much every team can like be first if they get a 1-2 tonight.
Yes.
So yeah, it's kind of close, and I really love it.
Yeah, and also in the driver's standings, for the top 4 drivers, it's at that point it's still everyone's championship.
Yeah. I mean, Meshik really, like, he lacked the wins, I think. And no, he didn't even lack the wins. He got a win just last week in Monaco. But apart from
I think
that,
he had a little bit of. He was a little bit unlucky.
I think his competition is
beginning.
just too strong, maybe, in this year. Like, he doesn't have an easy time winning races anymore. If we look at Jack, for example, Jack is currently sitting in P9 of the driver's standings with 36 points, and, well, not want to do that like Williams can't get a 1-2, yikes. Don't want to do that like Vettel analogy, but like he's been a 2 times champion, and he is lurking in the lower midfield.
Yeah, I mean he used to be better.
Maybe,
But
or
yeah, I mean, on the one hand, you could argue maybe he lost a bit of performance, but I think it's more the field got way more competitive than the last seasons.
yes, that's what I think. I like with Rage Quit, Simmons, and Dummy, we have people who pretty much always take the first 3 positions in qualifying, and yeah, it's gonna be hard for Meshik as well to kind of fight himself back into that championship, as he is sitting, those 15 points behind everyone else at the moment. That's more than 15. No, it's 15 actually, or 16. Well,
I mean, we have a lot of quality driving around, and it's really nice that the quality drivers that joined Formula Sundays really stick with us
oh
through all the
yeah,
times.
yeah. Yeah, I mean, Jack has been there since season 2, I think. Same with Lewis.
I think he joined at the end of season 1.
Yeah, might be.
And was like and he was really good back then, and I think it was at that point it was pretty clear for me that he will be one of the dominant forces in the upcoming seasons.
Yeah, I mean, with Mickey leaving, he pretty much had no competition back then.
Yeah.
Then came Meshik, and well, after being denied in the 1 year, finally got the driver's title in season 4. Garando here going narrowly quicker to take P12. Crew in the meantime dropped down to P11. Who's still on track? It's Harashun should be coming through. Narrowly slower and goes into the pits.
Yep. I think there's one Ferrari out, but that looks more like the in-lap.
Dummy might be on some kind of outlap, as I did not see his previous lap.
I mean, Blaze Alex is on his will but now be on his hot lap.
Yeah,
wait, Tommy should be on his hot lap.
Yes, I said outlap,
Never
but
mind.
I meant hot lap, yeah.
Okay, so yeah, and it's purple. Oh yeah, but doesn't mean anything. I forgot.
I don't know if they fixed it actually. I mean, to be honest, it's Dummy. So, I mean, as much as he's like a pet driver, hates Suzuka, obviously, it still might be a purple sector.
Good point.
Yeah, the next 2 upcoming races, by the way, are...
That looked a I think that was a bit, was that a bit too far?
Yes, it is invalid.
Okay.
The next two races will be Bahrain and Austria, so two very high speed and way less technical circuits coming up.
Yep. I actually really look forward to Australia. It promotes a pretty nice weight. Oh my god, Tommy.
What did he do? Did he spin?
No, he just drove. He just skipped the chicanes
Ah,
to get faster into the pit lane. Maybe he
yeah,
wants to get out.
one more time. It is
Yep.
actually gonna be... Nah, it's not gonna be close, but it's gonna be somewhat.
I mean, it has to get going, but should be plenty of time. Maybe not really much time to warm up your tires or some fun like that. And it looks like Blaze Alex is going through, and
Invalid lap.
yeah, it was invalid.
Yeah, he was on a decent pace, but I assume he had a quite big cut somewhere. Ah, no,
Dave,
wait.
that's
Oh my
not-
god, Alex is gone. Yikes. That's a big smack.
I will look at that again at the stream. Oh, yes, I see it. Oh, shit. Okay, Dave's on his hot lap. I think it's the only driver right now.
Might
I
be.
know Rage Quit just started his one.
Yeah, Rage could be interesting, to be honest. Dommy's coming out once more, I think. I see a Williams there. Yep. Invalid 4/10ths up. Well, that's a yikes. That's certainly been P2 at least. But hey, one last try. Gonna be close though for Dommy. All these drivers really gotta rush through the finish line to get there in time.
It looks a little bit like Monza qualification.
Speaking of Monza, the Racing Point boys are actually doing some decent towing around the back straight.
Oh yeah, I saw that on the minimap.
Yeah, I assume they're gonna do the tow on the main straight now as well. Or are they not? Apparently they are not. They could have done. Don't get why they didn't, but hey, fair. Dave was also going for P3 right
Holy
now.
Shit. Yes.
Yeah, the Force India boys, I mean, are from the Ascension org that we know from Rocket Sundays as well. But they have Ascension F1 or something going on as well, and it is Arch and Dave, and in the Challenger tier it is Havoc, and I forgot his teammate's name because he has not raced yet since his PC is broken. But yeah, they have two teams in the F1 league now as well, and they're doing both fairly decent.
Okay. Rage Quit just missed pole position by 8 of 100.
Ah, Methy, yeah.
Very, very close. I think nearly everyone is on a hot lap right now, and
Yeah, I'm
for
currently...
Dommy, it looks like he get okay. So Red Bull got out of the way. Not sure if it costs him some time.
we have a purple sector 2 for Arch, who is probably looking for quite a bit of improvement as well.
Dommy crashed for Arch. Let me. Okay, and
Yep.
what do we have here? It's P4. That's a really nice qualification here for the Racing Point.
Yeah, and we should probably jump over to the former Drivers' Championship, who's narrowly quicker than he's... Okay, now he's slower by a slim margin. So I don't know, his teammate jumped both the Racing Point drivers. Let's see if Meshik can do the same. If he gets a really good chicane, he can do it, and he did get a really good chicane, and, well, is just narrowly behind Harashun again.
So, that's really interesting. That's a really interesting lineup for the race. Yeah, it will be kind of crucial for Meshi to get past his teammate, considering he wants to still have a shot on the championship. I mean, for Simmons, this is probably one of the best outcomes. Pole position and his main rival far behind.
True. He's a good bit behind in P7 only, being beaten by both AlphaTauris and both Racing Points. So yeah, session is gonna be over now, I think. And we will head forwards to the standings and then to the race. Simmons obviously on pole, followed by Rage Quit by a slim margin. Simmons has improved his previous lap time afterwards as well. It's not that close anymore. But then come Harishun and Meshik in the AlphaTauris, Arch and Dave in the Racing Points, Dummies Williams, followed by Infernalus in the Merc, followed by Jack, the former teammates, well, in the McLaren. Newf in his Red Bull, first of the Herbie drivers, followed by Fabian Gaming, Garando Crew, Gimp, Mikahoon, and Alex.
Well, let's see what this race will give to us. I mean, it will be a wet race.
Yeah, apparently. We're gonna see it on, like, what tire it requires, but I think if I, like, see it on the right
more
there...
Like intermediates.
I would have said wet, but, like, judging from the colors...
Oh yeah, I was trying to judge it from the weather and everything. Yeah, okay, I can't really see it on the tires, but for me it looks more like green, but we will see.
We will see. Inters would certainly be more fun, as we had our full wet race early on already.
Yep, I think it will be especially interesting because there is maybe it will get dry in the end. So it will be interesting strategy-wise.
Yeah, first of all that, and then of course we have safety car activated here, so potential strategy changes and stuff are certainly gonna come in spicy.
And it's intermediates.
Yep, it is. So Inters, we were told that it's gonna be dry towards the end. We didn't have that in a while, I think, a race with changing conditions. It's usually just...
I think the last time was actually Hungary.
Might have been. I have Singapore in my mind as well, but I don't know if that was prior to that or... I
think it was prior to that. To be honest, I remember it. I remember a race where we had changing conditions in Singapore, but maybe it happened again last season. Not sure.
No, you were definitely driving this, I think. But yeah, back then Matti was driving as well, because he got taken out in the last lap or something. I remember that.
So, it will be pretty interesting if the Alphas would switch places for the championship. If Harishun is going to be the Barrichello.
Well, you have to let Michael past for the championship. Yeah, maybe they will do it on the last turn. I doubt it. I do think they will do it right at the start. Meshik, of course, has the inside line coming from P4. Hey, Dunk in the chat. Why aren't you driving, my boy? Have you been sleeping again? Jack's gonna crush this. Well.
I mean, it would be a pretty nice. That would be a pretty nice performance from P9 to P1.
I mean, like, it would be quite the surprise as well. Dunk has been missing out on a couple of races now, and he's still leading Jack by a good margin in the battle of the teammates. So yeah, Jack has been having quickest lap and stuff throughout the entire season, but has never been like the quick.
Okay, here it goes. Here the drivers are going to the grid position. A little bit of incidences.
Yeah.
Nothing.
Dirty little incidences. But yeah, it is only formation lap, so it doesn't matter. But shit's about to get real here, as we are heading into the race. Well, we are not heading into the race, of course, there's a bug. Jump start by Domi. Drive-through's gonna come
that's
through.
really bad. And Domi tries to go through, and that was pretty stupid by him.
I don't know who
What
he
can
touched.
happen?
I think he touched... Harrison has front wing damage for sure. And he's all the way back in 8th already. Meshik, of course, sitting behind Domi right now, hoping that he's gonna make room as quick as possible coming to the Piss Force drive-through. And... yellow flag in Sector 1, safety car, obviously.
Oh, yep, and we have a safety car. This is probably nice for Harrison. Oh yeah, and of course for Domi.
Yeah, and maybe for the Raris, who might have fricked over their entire team right now, if there was no safety car, because I think there was 3 Herbie drivers coming together, as there was a Red Bull somewhere in it as well. And yeah, they are doing a good impression of the real-life Ferrari cosplay.
Yep. Sorry, I didn't catch it. Why do I have a safety car anyway?
Because there was a big collision in Sector 1 between the 2 Ferraris and a Red Bull, I think. There's probably been screaming in the Herbie driver VC again, because they are all there. Lewis left the session. Huh.
I mean, that's the best time to leave the session.
Well, if there's
plan to
one
come back.
time, yeah. Yeah, so obviously no one's gonna be hidden or anything.
Yeah, I mean, the front wing damage boys will probably.
Yeah,
get,
yeah, but no one at
Harrison.
the top,
Yeah. No one for strategy, of course.
except Ferrari strategy.
I mean, they have nothing to lose, arguably.
Yeah, and they have front wing damage.
Oh yeah, and they have. Oh my god, Harvey Gaming nearly crashed his car.
Did he? Oh yeah, he's been everywhere, but not necessarily on track.
Yep.
Nah, that's just Ferrari strategy. He's just building a gap to his teammates so they can double stack better.
So, yeah, Rage Quit had a pretty nice start. I think he got a pretty nice run against all the other runners. Simmons lost 4 places at the start, so for him this was not the most ideal start of the season.
Yeah, yeah. I've just
And
yeah. Herbie just said
Yes.
that Gorando might have caused the mess in behind, or maybe one of the Haas's as they pushed one of the Ferraris wide, and I assume they spun back on track and kind of took another car out,
Okay.
which is the yikes. Also, Domi
I thought he-
still has the service penalty drive-through.
Oh yeah. Wait, hasn't Domi? Wait, has he served it?
Nope, he has been pitting.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. He had to repair his wing damage.
Yes.
That's actually really unfortunate. for him,
Yes.
So. But I mean, the safety car will be out for at least one additional lap. So
Are
he
you
can serve it.
allowed to my VC Gorando? I don't know if you are allowed to serve like drive-through penalties on
There
the safety
was
car.
something, yeah. I think you can't serve it during a full safety car. I think under virtual
Can't
safety
serve,
car
can't
works.
serve. He has confirmed. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. That's a yikes. So that's gonna be like a good 20 seconds behind on
Yep, he
everyone else.
definitely- Yep, and that's really, really that really hurts his championship ambitions.
Yeah.
And yeah, the smiling winner is Simmons and probably Rage Quit. Because unlike in real Formula 1, other people actually score points when Lewis Hamilton or the championship leader don't get points.
Well, you say that now.
I probably just jinxed it.
Yeah, as we are in lap 3 of 27.
Yeah, I mean, we still can. I mean, it would be really interesting to have a Racing Point 1-2.
It would be totally spicy, yeah. If like Racing Point have been very consistent so far, and they might just get in there. Well, the first thing I want to see getting in though is that beautiful Mercedes up in front. Yeah, I think like usually safety car comes in after 2 or 3 laps, and Fabian will be at the end of the oh wow, nice sound. Will be at the end of the pack at the end of the lap.
Yep. So we are just waiting for the safety car to go in, which, yep, I think you are right. It should go in this lap. And Rage Quit, will we start the race? Hopefully not like in Mugello.
Would be spicy. Would be spicy.
Cutting half of the field out.
Yeah. A small price to pay for salvation. Just snapping half the field away.
I mean, it can't really happen here at Suzuka because we don't really have enough straight to do that, unlike Mugello where the start-finish line is way more in the middle of the big straight.
Yeah, true. I mean, that's like... Wait, that's not happening too often, actually. Is that because of that? That the start-finish line is usually very close to the beginning?
Oh, not always, but I think it's... the thing is... The drivers behind wanted to get a little bit of a advantage on the start by letting a gap like one of the Red Bulls is doing. I'm not sure what's happening there.
There's been some position changing between Newf and Dummy.
Oh, yeah, and the safety car didn't went in. It's interesting. So we have one other lap of safety car.
What is happening? Well, Dummy is all of a sudden in P10. What? Okay.
Wait. Okay, ignoring yellow flag? Okay, I think Gimp just... What the hell? Yeah, I'm not sure what happened there. Maybe the team manager wants to give us some enlightenment.
What the fuck are they doing? Yeah, okay. The game randomly told Gim to give Newf track position. Interesting.
That's weird as fuck. Okay. So another one on Codemasters, I guess?
Yes? Ah, no.
Okay.
I just wish that the safety car does go away.
So, yeah, I mean, the safety car will come in now, hopefully.
I think so.
Sure?
Should be having lights. Well, when it crosses the line to sector 3 and the lights are off, it's gonna come in.
Okay.
So we're gonna know for sure. Wow.
Yep,
and there it is.
Will come in. So, Rage Quit, will we start the race for us?
Yes, and he should leave a little bit of a gap. We've had
Another 5-second penalty back on the pack for Gimp,
noise.
running into his teammate.
Running into teammates under the safety car.
And oh my god, that was arguably a bit too slow, but
Was it
yeah.
really?
I mean, he nearly did a full stop there, but okay. We are back racing,
Oh,
and
and
Rage Quit went wide.
Rage Quit does the crew.
And
Running.
Arch has the lead.
Yes, and Meshik goes through as well, I think. Around the outside there, has the inside line for the next S. and is ahead in P2 now.
Ragequit lost 2 places at the restart. And now we have a Racing Point lead. And Mashik chasing him down for these valuable championship points. And yeah, first on the back we have a lot of front wing switching. What happened to Simmons?
That is a very good question. Did he go into the pits maybe? Let's check that.
So we have a really interesting situation right now because championship-wise, a really interesting situation because Domi still has to serve a stop-and-go penalty, and Simmons is outside of the points by 18 seconds.
He's been pitting.
While P3 and P4 in the championship are hanging out in P2 and 3.
Yeah, that is indeed very true. And yeah, Ragequit of course has the same amount of points as the current leader. So no, does he? Yeah, I think he has.
Oh wait, I thought it was Simmons and Domi.
No, it's Simmons and Domi actually. Yes, Ragequit is 10 points behind, and Mashik is 16 points behind. So yeah, that's gonna be fun.
And Mashik is going for the move in turn 1, and it looks like he's through.
Arch looks to come back down the inside, but he can't make it stick, and Mashik is the one going away in the lead.
So now Ragequit has to keep moving and get past as fast as possible.
Yeah, obviously it's not that easy to overtake in the rain, as we've seen beautifully demonstrated in the Challenger tier, as there have barely been any overtakes without incidents. Well, not necessarily because...
Oh, Ragequit? That's really close, but wow.
Yeah, Ragequit is one of these high risk and sometimes high reward drivers. Usually he's ending up outside of the points because he gets penalties somewhere. Doubt that's gonna happen in the rain, as there were rarely any penalties in Challenger neither, because you just can't cut the corners, otherwise you die.
Yep.
But yeah, the racing points now P3 and 4, as Mashik leads in front of Ragequit, who is probably closing in on Mashik already.
So now Domi has served his penalty and is now chasing after the Ferraris 4 points. I mean, it's 20 laps. He should catch them. But also Simmons is behind him. Will be interesting how this will develop.
Yeah, I mean,
during the race.
they're gonna catch up to the Ferraris. They have the pace advantage. You see the time being eaten away by both Domi and Simmons, and the gap towards the two Ferraris shrinking and shrinking. It's gonna be very interesting once we actually see the swap over to dry weather, as it has been predicted towards the end of the race. Well, since we've kind of experimented with the game a little bit, for the last game, time was not necessarily time-based, but lap-based. So we've had like that one race where you could cut corners as much as you like in France. And yeah, rain's been falling quicker, and the track has been getting dry way more quicker than it would have under normal circumstances, as the laps have only been half as long as usual.
Okay.
So I don't necessarily think that we have less rain time because we had a safety car in the beginning. But yeah, we're gonna see about that. Ragequit there giving Mashik a little tap in the rear, not causing too much trouble.
Yep, it looks like that he has probably, maybe because of slipstream, a bit off the edge pace-wise. Oh, and now Ragequit Oh, never mind. He's right behind his tail. He actually had a way better exit.
Yeah, but it's so hard to overtake in wet conditions around here.
Oh, first on his back, we have a Ferrari engines battling it out for P7. And Alex passed Mikuan.
Yeah, Ferrari's still way too overpowered in this game.
Oh, wait, quit.
And Gimp has died, I think, after...
Virtual safety car.
Yep, 130R, I think Gimp has lost it and crashed into the wall. And yeah, that will give us some virtual safety car.
Yeah, but I don't think it will last long enough for anyone to serve a penalty or something like that.
I doubt as well, but it's always gonna be like... It's difficult. If you are just a tad too quick, you get a drive-through penalty in the end, and the gamble there is quite huge. So it's not virtual safety car anymore, but still sector 1, 2, 3 yellow flags.
That's really interesting, and Arch...
What?
Did you just saw that?
Nope.
It looks like Arch was going for oh my god, we have a lot of incidents.
Oh
So,
my god, the Ferrari died.
Yep, we had a big incident. So what basically happened was Rage Quit probably slowed down for I don't know for what reason he did it.
Maybe
and
Delta?
And Arch was forced to stop too because he couldn't because he's not allowed to overtake him. And from the back, someone won into Rage Quit. It was very, very weird, to be honest.
In the chat, Havoc says that Arch got told to give back position. As Arch has been going for a move, and then he had to slow down apparently, and that led to a crash.
Oh,
maybe.
Yes, okay.
I didn't see what
I mean, it looked like Arch was going for a move, but I assumed that Rage Quit just got slower because, I mean, it was a full track yellow, so... And we all know that you can't overtake under yellow flag.
Yep. Yeah, probably that's what happened. It was full track yellow. And there might have been an overtake a little bit too early. However, whatever happens, Meshik is the smiling winner out of this. He's now having a comfortable lead over Rage Quit and Arch, who are still battling everything out.
Also, through this whole incident, the whole field got kinda stacked up, and Domi and Simmons are right back into the game for points, and Domi is going for the move against the Ferrari, and it passed. He just cuts his way through the field right now.
Yeah, I mean, Domi is extremely talented, and even though the racetrack might not fit him, I think he has superior pace to at least the next 3 drivers ahead of him. And just, like, look how well he does his exit. Now he's already side by side, and will certainly go for a move on Noof down the inside.
Great move, and 2 in 1 move, maybe.
Oh wow, I had a terrible camera perspective on that, but yeah, great move.
Holy shit, Domi is now on P5 already. That's a great comeback so far, and he's far from being finished.
He is advancing Rage Quit and Arch, like, seriously quick right now. Don't know how the times are, like, that scuffed on... well, the times are not true.
Oh god, we have a move. Oh my god, Rage Quit is losing a lot of
He's
momentum
been
right
AI
now,
driven.
Oh, okay, then never mind. Well, then that explains it, then never mind. So, Domi is now on podium.
Yeah, back on track for the podium, chasing after Arch soon then. Times are still apparently a little bit scuffed as I don't have any. Okay.
Yep, my intervals are all gone too.
Yep, so Havoc's informing us about the entire incident that kicked the second bit off, which is for Arch, VSC has ended. He overtook Rage Quit and the game told him to give back position. Rage Quit's AEI broke as Arch gave back the position and Dave went into the back of Rage Quit because of it. Okay. Interesting.
Okay. That explains it. So I will not comment that. And Miko on wide in the back of Inferno Lewis and chasing him down for P4.
Yeah, he's certainly gonna be going for a move sooner or later. I mean, Sector 1 is pretty much just staying alive. Mikun as well has front wing damage on the front right. And that's certainly not gonna play in his cards. Rage Quit, by the way, is back to being a human and not being AI driven anymore. And we see that by, well, him overtaking Newf through the S's in these conditions. And he's already passed Mikun as well. What? That was quicker than I could even see, so he's probably gonna eat Lewis for breakfast now. And well, question is though, if any one of these guys can get dangerous for Meshik up in the top again. As he is so far profiting heavily from everything that happened behind. If stuff stayed like this, he'd be gaining the good old 25 points, whereas one of the main rivals, or the first of the main rivals, would only be getting 15. So it's a 10 of the 16 points, yeah, gone. And Rage Quit goes around the outside of Lewis and is in P4 again. Yeah.
Nice move, and now he's in P4, yes, and he can try to go for Dummy and take back his podium position.
I think Harashun, okay, Harashun deciding not to go for a move here. Thanks for that beautiful camera perspective.
Yeah, it's a huge train down to P10.
Yeah, definitely. I think that what's gonna be interesting is the Arch Dummy Rage Quit pack that's gonna form sooner or later, because Dummy is advancing Arch. And Rage Quit has already gained 2.5 seconds in, well, Sector 1 alone, pretty much. He overtook Lewis in the hairpin, not in the hairpin, in the chicane in Sector 3. And at this point, where he has just entered Sector 2, he's already 3 seconds ahead.
Yeah, he and his first sector was also purple, so he really is fast with clean air.
Yeah. And yeah, Dummy is way quicker than Arch currently as well, and I think Rage Quit and Dummy probably have around the same pace.
I mean, what's interesting to see is Simmons seems to have a bit more difficulty to cut through the field, otherwise to Rage Quit, to Dummy, sorry.
I think he's probably the most safest driver of the three, and he doesn't go for the moves that the others maybe would go for. Also, I think, well, I don't see rain anymore, so we might be looking at a drying up track.
Raining.
Ah, pit window open for medium. Lap 13 to 17, they say. The game says.
To be honest, I think it's a bit too early.
Yeah. I think it might be 2 more laps or 3.
Yep.
And still then...
sorry.
Yeah, sorry. No, go.
I personally wait until the DRS gets activated because I had the experience that this is the perfect time to go for dry tires, which I really... Which pisses me off a little bit, because it's really easy as an indicator then. I mean, you can kind of try to gamble when the DRS will be activated. Because the last time it was why I passed the pits and he said to me, yo, you can now go for dry tires.
Yeah. I mean... Yeah, it's kind of whack, but to be honest... Inters, like on the other side, are probably already good before they disable DRS. It's like it's a slim bit. You kind of still have to gamble on it. Otherwise, you will ultimately like have... Yeah, the situations where you just go past the pits and... yeah. Can't do any more. By the way, Harashun went for an inside move down 130R. Is now on the outside on the chicane. Having the better position in the exit, and I think Inferno Lewis just ahead, but overtaken by both Mikohun and Newf on the exit. Also, Domi is already through Arch.
Oh shit! I completely missed that.
Yeah, same. Like, I was like, oh, help.
Not sure if Arch did a mistake or something like that, because...
Nah. The difference to Meshik is still somewhat similar, that Arch has. I think it's just the superior pace of Rage Quit and Domi, because Rage Quit is already there as well. And he's probably gonna go for a move out of the spoon, I think. Maybe down 130R or something. It'd certainly be interesting to see what he's planning. But yeah, it's gonna be interesting to see how Meshik is doing against Domi. I think he's losing time as well. And he's probably driving a pretty chill race up there in P1 currently.
Rage goes for the move. Ah, he has to abort it. Was not fast enough without slipped. Oh!
What?
Never mind. I just did the Quafty
Oh, okay.
and mixed up the cars. I didn't saw Rage Quit getting past Arch, so I assumed that he couldn't get past.
No, he was totally getting past and
Yep.
doing that quite easily, to be honest. Harashun is on an absolute chase at the moment as well, though, being pushed back towards P9 or something at the start and then having to pit. Oh, coming together with Lewis.
Big incident, and I think that was Harashun's fault.
Yeah.
I look that again.
Might have been. I mean, they've been side by side and pretty much like... Yeah, I think Harashun has been pushing Lewis off track, but I think he thought that he might have been ahead by that point. To be honest, I didn't see that like coming neither. Probably on Harashun though.
I mean, I really dislike people who just assume that they are clear. I mean, it works in real racing pretty well, and here you even got a big red indicator error
Yeah, true.
that tells you there is someone. And I mean, better be safe than sorry.
I mean, I wouldn't assume that he just went over like a maniac or something, but might have been the possibility of a misjudgment there, as you obviously want to enter the turn as far on the outside as you can. Newf is really pushing up on Mikohun at the moment. Seems like he has a very good pace. And Simmons, just behind them with Harashun, is of course putting some pressure on the two up in front as well. Let's see, Simmons should be able or close enough to go for a move here, maybe.
Maybe?
I don't think he does.
Oh,
Newf though is so close to Mikohun as well. Seem to be struggling on these tires right now. I think all of these drivers just want them to survive until they go on softs or mediums.
yep. I mean, worried about now the tires will start to get pretty tired.
Yes. It's probably about time for a pit stop, but yeah, still the good old DRS indicator has not appeared yet, and to be honest, it does not look that dry yet.
No, it definitely doesn't.
I mean, we could just jump on board with, say, Gorando, as he's pretty much at the back of all this. He's gonna see this all unfold, and yeah, I mean, like, this is
the
borderline. Yeah.
The train is back to KRO and P11 now, and from P5 to P11, they are just forming a huge train.
Yeah.
And I think will be pretty interesting when they in this between time where the rain stops.
I mean, especially Gorando and Mikun will probably not
Simmons?
be. Yeah, see it up in front there. Going down the inside of
Nice
Nuve. Parachute is pushing up as well now. But yeah, Gorando and Mikun are probably too close together to go for a double stack in the Haas's. Without losing time, actually, at least.
I mean, it can work. I think the pit stop is 2.8 seconds.
Yeah, but there is a whole bunch of cars in the pits at that point.
Yep.
So they will be caught in traffic, maybe have to wait and just waste time.
I mean, if I were Gorando, I would probably try to gamble a little bit. Try to go one lap earlier than everyone else, so to get the edge out of everyone. But it's really hard to tell. I mean, based on the track, it looks like it's getting better.
Rage Quit almost lost it through 130R as he was trying to go flat out already, which did not quite work out. But he is super close to Dummy at the moment.
Yeah, I mean, looking Rage Quit driving, you'd see him a lot, how he's constantly driving a little bit over the edge.
Yeah.
I mean, this is what makes him so fast.
Yeah, true.
But also, that maybe keeps him a little bit from being a little bit faster.
Maybe. I think it tangles him up in incidents sometimes. And
it's definitely not good for the tires.
Yeah, I mean, you can, like, alter your strategy based on your driving style. So he maybe, like, just needs to go for a hard set then in a one-stop instead of a medium like everyone else, for example. But yeah, I think, like, the further we advance into this race, the more likely it is that everyone's gonna be going for softs, and that's gonna be interesting for sure as well.
So, the pit window that the game was proposing us ended this lap.
Yep.
I don't think Mashik is going to the pits. No, he doesn't.
Oh, there is a yellow flag.
Ferner Lewis, I think.
Yep. He's just been going into the pits for another set of inters. I'm pretty sure that was supposed to be a gamble, and he was supposed to be looking very smart, but then he just put on another set of inters.
Yeah.
But to be honest, like, looking at the track, I think time may have come in this or in the next lap.
Oh, we have
Arch.
is it
Yeah.
No, it's Arch.
It's Arch.
And he goes for. Wait, is it Inters?
Oh
They're all
no.
going for Inters. Apparently, Nuve going to the pits, and I see medium tires. And the time penalty to be served.
To be honest, Arch, like, accidentally selected intermediates last week as well, when, well, the race was dry.
How are you doing that?
You should ask him that yourself, I think. But yeah, Nuve going for mediums is certainly a call by Herbie. Nah, Arch did it on purpose. Well, the inters as well. I mean, I think he did the wet tires afterwards on purpose, but I doubt that he wanted the inters, because at that point he was still in a reasonable position.
And looking at Nuve, I'm not sure if he did the right call here.
Let's
Looks
see.
like he's slower and a bit struggling. Maybe it was 1 lap or 2 too early. I would say it was 1 lap too early.
Potentially. Might still be playing out somewhat alright. He's not looking too well. That's for sure.
Yeah, he's losing a lot of time again. And he's spun. And oh, that can be...
News tire wear was up in the 80s. So yeah, I think
Okay.
pretty much everyone should be like coming to their last legs on these tires.
I saw half a report.
Half a report, okay.
Yeah, Newf really, that was not a good re-entry on the track. He nearly took Inferno Lewis with him.
Okay. Well, Simmons
And
is up in P4 in the meantime.
Oh,
And
yes, and-
Harashun got overtaken by Garando as well. Like, that's been a spicy bit of driving. Everyone should
Do
be
we have-
70% plus right now. Okay, that's interesting to know. So we might have punctures. Sorry.
Yeah, no problem. I didn't really expect is that we will have the top 4 championship runners in the top 4 during the course of this race.
Hmm. Yeah, if Rage Quit overtakes Domi, and it's pretty much reverse order as well.
That's right, yeah, it will definitely shuffle up a little bit of the championship for the last 2 races.
Yeah.
And is Mashik going in?
Yeah, have a look at that, and...
Nope, he's staying out for another lap.
Okay, this is probably gonna be the last one then, though. I mean, what is Arch doing currently? Arch is
And
cutting...
Donnie is going for dry tires.
Is it softs? I assume it is.
I can't spot it right now. Williams is very far back. And yep, that looks like soft to me.
Yep. Arch is absolutely cutting his way through the field on his fresh Inters, by the way, though. So, it's going through the entire train.
So, it will be interesting how fast Domi will be now. But it really... the track looks like it should be fine.
Okay, they're saying it's way too early for slicks.
It's too early. He's losing time. And he's losing a lot of time.
Yeah, that's a
But the problem
gamble.
is they have to pit.
Yes, they have to.
And
to
maybe
be honest, yeah, he's not losing
Maybe-
that much. Sorry.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, you're right. I mean, it's only 6 laps to go. Maybe Arch is at the end the one who looked pretty smart.
I mean, he could potentially at least get the drivers ahead of him, like Gorando and Harashun. Probably even Simmons, if he gets like decent pace and gets through them quickly. However, if there's still a pit stop for Slicks coming up, well, that's kind of unfortunate for him, I think.
But since Domi is still losing time, I would say it will be 2-3 laps where we have where the softs and the intermediates are at the same speed, and so we will effectively probably only have 1 or 2 laps where the softs will be faster than the inters.
To be honest, I think we're approaching this point now, though. If I jump on Domi's POV, the track looks pretty much dry.
Yeah, I mean, the cars don't really create that much spray while driving, but it's still a decent amount.
Well, Crew
Yep,
and
what-
Mikohun are in the pits.
Yep, what will Alpha and Haas do? And yep, it looks like dry tires too.
I think Mashik might be coming in then now as well. As Domi is gaining time on Rage Quit. Well, or at least he's not losing time anymore.
Yep, I think we reached the point now, and with 5 laps to go, this is now, Yeah, it's definitely worth to go now for the soft tires.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, Domi's massively gaining now. So yeah, now's the time, probably.
But does Meshik know this?
Yes.
And will he go in? Yes, he goes in. And Rage Quit will follow.
Yep. DRS enabled, perfect timing. Well, that
Very, very nice.
played out very, very well for the guys up on top. Let's see how this is gonna be for Arch, if he actually just like says, frick it, I'll go to the end. I think it's slower. To drive like 4 laps on mediums, you will probably lose more time than you gain. On inters, I mean.
Yeah.
It's gonna be interesting in the back, because... Okay, Arch is actually staying out, so he's going to go for the end.
I mean, it can work.
Yeah, it could.
The main problem is, I mean, yeah, the intermediates are at that point way slower, but what's way worse is the intermediates are getting so hot on dry conditions.
I mean, they're super fresh for him. 3-lap old.
Yeah, but intermediates on a dry track is like it's like softs on steroids and not even fast.
So you think like they're
but
not
he
gonna
does
last
look really
4
fast.
laps?
I mean, let's see how much faster Simmons will be. At the moment, it doesn't seem that. Never mind.
Ah, Simmons is gaining quickly.
But he needs 2.5 seconds per lap to get him. But when I see that white, he definitely should have that.
Yeah. Yeah, it's not like if Arch is gonna lose that position, the question is how many positions will he lose?
Yep. I mean, I see him still in the points, but that doesn't consider that with every lap the track gets a bit better for the dry tires. So I'm not sure if this will play out for him.
He lost 2 seconds on Domi in the last lap.
And he goes in for soft tires.
Ah, okay. Not gonna pull through.
So
Yeah. Yeah, speaking of closing up though, Rage Quit.
What the hell? Yes.
Yeah, I mean, he's been setting purple sectors left and right. Sector 3 for him, the last one was purple. Sector 1
And
here
he's
has been
so
purple.
fast.
Yep.
Not magic. And he's locking up a lot, but it doesn't matter. It's fresh tires.
Yep.
Don't think they are. The F1 is simulating flat spots.
No, actually not. But I think that would be very, very crucial for the players without traction control.
Oh yeah.
Because you'd be having quite a lot of these.
So this will be very hard for Magic to defend
Yeah.
if Rage Quit keeps up with that speed.
I mean, that's pretty much the worst moment when you can't see, like, Rage Quit coming up behind you. When DRS is reactivated. And you got nothing to do against it.
I mean, on the positive side, Suzuka has not really much of straight.
I mean, we've seen...
DRS straights.
Yes, we've seen plenty of overtakes in the rain already, though, so it's certainly gonna be easier on the straight with DRS.
Okay, that's true. That's true. Yeah. Wage really is faster, and now the back marker is not really helping Magic, I think. Okay, never mind.
Yeah, we are usually quite good at making space for the drivers that are a lap ahead.
Oh my god. I think Rage Quit needs to get a bit more patient. He has nothing to gain when he does a fast overtake.
Well, time. I don't know if
Have
it
a
has a
lot to
time
lose.
penalty.
Oh, that's actually a good point. And he goes through the outside. I actually can't defend that. What an overtake.
Yeah. That was
I
clean.
mean, the thing that really fascinates me about Rage Quit is he finds overtaking opportunity where shouldn't be overtaking opportunities, and now Magic goes for the move again, aborts it,
Oh, and I
goes safe,
see.
and now
Yeah, probably gonna be an a overtake on the main straight though, with DRS coming up, of course.
Yep, and yep, that should be an easy overtake.
Yep, not much of a problem.
Yep.
Just gonna be sure to, well, be the driver ahead once you go over the finish line.
Yep. That's actually probably the reason why you shouldn't make the overtake before the 2 long straights.
Maybe.
It's like Monza, where
Yeah.
you don't...
To be honest, you kinda need to do it like through 130R or something. Because on the start-finish straight you won't get past before the finish line anyways. So yeah, you wanna be ahead at the end of the curved straight.
Yep.
I think Rage Quit is going for the exact same move again.
Yes, but he can't make it happen this time. But I personally think this should be better for him.
Yeah, brakes a little bit earlier to get that better exit here.
That should be a really good one for him.
Yeah, not too bad for sure. And he's closing already. Well, time penalties start flying in.
Rage Quit is patient. Waits for the DRS straight, I think.
Might be. As he knows that Meshik will have to make a move somewhere where he does not necessarily want it.
Magic goes for the defense for the inside. Rage Quit tries to go through the outside. It's a bit too far outside, but I think he can power through.
Might be. Yes, Meshik
He's
slots
blocked.
in behind him. And remains second for now. Let's see how this is gonna play out. Or if Meshik can actually regain the lead through Sector 3 or something.
That was a very, very nice move by Rage Quit, but also very well defended by Magic. That was very, very entertaining to watch.
Yeah. Rage Quit has to counter not pick up a penalty here. He's been... Well, I wouldn't necessarily say he's been known for cutting corners, but he does that every now and then. And that would be a little bit upsetting, I think, for him if he just threw away his race victory in the very last turn, since I don't think he has a penalty already. And yeah, Meshik is too far away to go for a move.
Yep. And we have a yellow flag awaiting points on NCSs.
Yeah, that was Arch spinning out there. Not causing anything to anyone, not losing him a position and not impacting the race at all. But it's gonna be Rage Quit who's gonna come through first. Oh, has the time penalty though, 5 seconds unserved time penalty. Just stays ahead of Dummy, who had a 3-second time penalty and narrowly was outside of the 2-second window in the end, and that makes it Meshik, Rage Quit, Dummy. Simmons is certainly gonna be 4th, unless Harashun can do something about that, but I doubt it. And, well...
And yep, he can.
Time penalty
this
coming through as well.
Really shakes up the championship standing.
Yeah, Dummy will probably pull away a little bit, as he still gets to 12 points. Meshik will close up massively, just as Rage Quit gains a bunch on Simmons for especially.
I mean, I think in the end, they all are coming very close together for the last 2 races.
Yeah, and Crew from the Challenger tier actually making a points finish here in P10.
Yes, very well done. I mean, for me, he's definitely elite material.
Yeah, yes, certainly. But yeah, he's doing quite well here, up here, and happy to see that, of course. Infernaloo has been the drive of the day. Interesting.
Oh my god, that pose.
Wait, didn't he DNF or something?
No, I don't think he DNF'd. But I don't know where the hell he finished that he got driver of the day.
He apparently finished P1?
Wait. What? What?
Huh. Interesting. Okay, this is totally not rigged.
Inferno Lewis's best lap was 36.7 seconds.
Nani.
And yeah, he won the race.
By 15 seconds, easy. Well, let's run through the actual, like, Meshik Rage Quit Dummy is P1 to 3, followed by Harashun getting some good points for the AlphaTauri, before Simmons actually helping out his teammate quite a lot in the battle for championship. Rando and Jack taking P6 and 7, probably as Lewis is just gonna be deleted, I guess. Yeah, just read the rest, I'm too confused. For yourself, dear people in front of the empfangable Empfangsgeräte.
God. Oh, yeah, that race was really interesting to watch. I really had a blast watching that.
Yeah, it was good. It was very good. Very spicy race indeed. So yeah, we've been glad to broadcast this beautiful thing to you. And, well, to you, have a good evening, everybody, and see you next week, I think.
Yep.
Adios.